Hi, Apartment Therapy. Welcome to my 600 square foot apartment in New York City. I'm a high school chemistry teacher for the last 14 years, and I've lived in this apartment for 3 years. I would describe my space as cozy, free-flowing, and very nature-inspired. So I moved into this space with just 50 plants, more or less, and over the past 3 years, I've grown my collection to over 100 plants. So if I'm just watering my plants, it's usually about 45 minutes to an hour. But if I'm doing all the little extra stuff, it could take up to 2 hours. And I'm also just not rushing myself. I'll play some music. I'll just kind of enjoy the space with them as I take care of them. I did make an Excel sheet with names. So I do have names for a bunch of, that's Elsa and Anna, because it's a Snow Queen marble. I have a Pink Princess, Nicki Minaj. I have 2 snake plants down here, Yolanda and Taylor. My newest plant in the corner right there, that's Generis Terrarium, because it's an Alocasia silver dragon. The easiest plant I have is a ZZ Raven. His name is Edgar Allan Poe. You don't even have to water this plant very often. I just give it a nice airy mixture soil and let it do its thing. So when it comes to styling an apartment with a lot of plants, and you don't want it to feel cluttered, you have to be very methodical in terms of how you design your space. So I knew I wanted to build up because I knew I was going to lose a lot of horizontal space quickly. And so that's why I have the 2 Wally grows on the wall on either side. And then also in the corner under the grow light, I have little shelves of varying heights. My bar cart kind of acts as a space for alcohol, but also a space for plants. And I just happened to find a little shelf that fit perfectly underneath it that I could also place more plants and then fit a grow light under that bar cart. I decided to invest in this small terrarium. I just put a lot of my humidity-loving plants inside of it. I also have a hygrometer that I can actually keep track of the humidity inside. Put a grow light on top of it, since this area doesn't get a lot of light. There are a lot of ways to get your plants to climb a wall. So to start them, I like to use command hooks, and I'll just train them to continually go up in a specific direction. And then hopefully over time, like some of mine have, they'll just naturally cling to the wall. So a lot of plants that like to trail will also climb. So using a pole to help them climb is something that I always recommend. They do say if you let it climb, the leaves will get bigger. This type of plant pole is coco coir. I just use a piece of Velcro to tie the stem to the pole, and it will naturally just grow up the pole. So in terms of the layout of my apartment, it was initially quite different than it looks now. I was originally going to put the couch behind me and have it face the brick wall. The previous tenants actually had their couch facing the windows, and they had a small TV on that white wall. We decided to put the couch against the brick wall, put the TV over the white wall. We found this nice little dining table that fit well. As a renter, I think it's important to talk to your landlord, talk to your super, see what they're willing to help you out with. During the pandemic, I noticed he was redoing other apartments, and I simply just asked him, hey, is there any way I can get a new kitchen, or if I can get new windows and a new bathroom? And he graciously said yes to all of it. So it's always good to speak to your landlord. The worst they can say is no. If someone wants to start their plant journey and build their collection, whether that's 5 plants, 100 plants, one, realize that there's no such thing as a black thumb. Anyone can take care of a plant. You just need just a few essentials, which one is understanding your light in your home. So once you understand your light, then you can decide what type of plants are going to be best for your environment. Knowing your microclimate. So that's like the humidity, also light, temperature, also knowing the type of space that you have and how your plant will grow. Is your plant going to grow really tall? Is it going to grow out wide? And then also knowing your own schedule. Are you someone that travels a lot? Are you going to be home a lot? So for example, when I moved in, I knew that I had east-facing windows. So I knew I was going to get direct sunlight in the morning for a few hours, and then the rest of the day was going to be all indirect light. If I were going to have cacti or succulents, they would need to be on my windowsill throughout the year so they can maximize their light. And then anything else, which is your tropical plants, a lot of them are native to rainforests. So they will have kind of dappled or diffused sunlight throughout the day, and some grow naturally towards the bottom. So they don't need as much light, but they can handle some direct sun. One example of a friendship that I made through my plant account is with Kevin, aka Clean Cut Mosaics. He's the one who makes most of my mosaic pots that I have. He's an amazing guy. He reached out to me when I first started my account, sent me some pots, and now I've been a lifelong customer of his. So here's my shiny disco pot, and I had offered Kevin the idea. I was like, oh, I think you should make a disco looking pot. I think that'd be pretty popular. And so we did, and I love how it turned out. And I love how it reflects the light in my bedroom when the sun shines on it. So one of the most unexpected positive outcomes of this Instagram account has been the plant community themselves and the camaraderie and the friendships that I built from this community of ceramicists, pottery makers, people who make plant care essentials, and just other New Yorkers that I met along the way.